The disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of NBC. Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie has gripped audiences around the world with a chilling mix of fear, mystery, and heartbreak as police now treat her vanishing as a possible crime. Because what began as an ordinary family evening in the Catalina foothills of Arizona turned into a frantic search that has left even seasoned journalists and crime analysts shaken. And on the night of January 31st, 2026, Nancy was last seen near her home around 9:30 p.m. A woman known to be mentally alert, but with physical mobility issues and medication needs, which made her sudden disappearance all the more worrying to loved ones and law enforcement alike. And when days passed without contact, a family member raised the alarm, reporting her missing on February 1st, which sparked an intense search effort by the Pima County Sheriff's Department that quickly shifted from a routine missing person case to a criminal investigation, because authorities found evidence at the scene that suggested something was deeply wrong and not accidental. And that shift sent shockwaves through social media, newsrooms, and communities across the US and beyond. Because Nancy isn't to just anyone. She is the mother of one of America's most recognizable TV journalists. A woman whose own public expression of love for her mom once moved millions when she paid tribute to her on her birthday as "my heart" and "my everything," a model for what a mother should be. Words that now echo with a painful poignancy as people around the world watch and hope for her safe return. And Savannah Guthrie, visibly shaken and away from her Today Show duties, released a statement thanking supporters for their thoughts and prayers and urging anyone with information to contact police, underscoring the family's desperate wish for answers and the urgency of the situation. And as the sheriff's office encouraged public tips, the internet lit up with theories, timelines, and speculation. Because when a public figure is connected to a mystery like this, every moment and every detail becomes a thread that viewers latch onto as they try to make sense of the unknown. And yet, despite swirling online conjecture, few verified facts have emerged beyond what law enforcement has confirmed: that Nancy was last seen leaving her home, that she requires medication and has mobility challenges, and that police believe a crime may be involved. Details that raise the stakes dramatically because they shift the story from a simple disappearance to a situation with the possibility of foul play. And this isn't just cold reporting, it's human, it's emotional, because people everywhere have imagined what her family must be feeling. The anxiety of unanswered calls, the fear of uncertainty, and the strain on loved ones watching time tick by without a breakthrough. And as news outlets like NBC, Today Show accounts, and local Arizona sources follow every lead, the case has become one of the most talked about missing person stories of 2026. Partly because it involves a public figure's family, partly because the clues are sparse, and partly because it touches a universal fear we all share, that someone we love might suddenly be gone without explanation. And that uncertainty is what makes this story compelling, frightening, and impossible to look away from, because evidence of a crime means investigators are now reconstructing Nancy's final known movements, interviewing neighbors, checking surveillance footage, tracking her phone activity, and combing the area for any sign of what happened. A painstaking process that requires patience, precision, and a lot of unanswered questions. And in the background, Savannah's message has stayed consistent: gratitude for support and focus on bringing her mom home safely. A reminder that behind every headline and every viral clip is a family in pain, clinging to hope in the middle of a nightmare that most people only see in movies or read about in books. And as days turn into a week with no confirmed sighting, public interest hasn't waned. If anything, it's intensified because people empathize with the vulnerability of the missing, the helplessness of loved ones, and the way a normal life can be upended in an instant. And this global attention has a double edge. It keeps the story alive in the public eye, increases the chance someone with information will come forward, but it also subjects the family to a relentless media spotlight at a time when privacy feels essential. And that tension is part of the emotional core of this story, because it's not just about facts, it's about empathy, fear, hope, and the deep need for closure that all humans share. And while speculation online ranges from cautious theories to unfounded rumors, the only voice that matters right now is law enforcement and the Guthrie family's own pleas. And until new verified developments emerge, the world watches, waits, and hopes that Nancy is found safe and brought home. Because behind every missing person alert is a story of love, loss, fear, and the unshakable belief that even in the darkest moments, a breakthrough can happen. And for a nation watching a beloved journalist's family endure this uncertainty, that belief is becoming a rallying point, a shared wish that one day soon, Nancy Guthrie will be found safe and surrounded by those who love her most.